Guest here today.
Who's coming in?
My mama, my pops, my daughter, my sister, and her boyfriend. I got my grandma here, my auntie here.
How you feeling?
I feel I'm nervous, like my heart beating fast. Why am I nervous?
Watch out for the cord. Watch out for the cord.
What's up, baby?
Oh, hey, dear. I'm so happy you're here. I'm happy you're here. I didn't know that.
Camera. Watch out. Got it. Hey, camera. This say hi to the camera. This leg right here. And she acting all shy right now.
And the older you get,
but we gotta roll. That's my sister right there.
Hi.
This Natalie. That's
Hi, nice to meet you.
What's up, James? Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you, man.
Give me a hug.
What's up, man? Yo, you got a baby.
Oh my God, you see
Hey,
it?
let's go. What's up, Skip? Hey, camera, this is my pops right here. Say what's up to the camera. I see you fresh out here. Hey, this is my mama right here too. So let's go. Mama, grandma already up in here.
Oh, grandma's here too?
Yeah, you dress like an old lady.
Oh.
Yo, M.O.B, man, drop that shit.
Hey, what's going on, world? Happy Friday. It's your boy, Dwayne McDowell, talking to you right now. And you are now tuned in to the 4th episode of My Opinion Better. Today, this episode is real special to me. It's like the end of the first quarter. I'm doing 16 episodes, 4 episodes a quarter. So like I say, this is the 4th one. And I got a lot of special guests in here today. And our 3 topics that we're going to talk about, the 2 topics that we're going to talk about, my bad, running with generation versus generation, and we're running with white people saying nigga. White people saying the N-word. That sounds a little bit better. And I would like to introduce my very first guest. Come on out here. She get on my. I ain't gonna say nothing. And then we got my other guest right here, Terrence.
What name is that?
She gonna say her own name. Terrence right there. And then the last one is.
Alright.
Alright, so hey, we rolling now. Let's get started. Hey, but first, before we get started, y'all can say what y'all want to the camera. Let them know who y'all are. You can go first.
I'm Savannah.
So we're up, Terrence.
What's up, America?
Y'all some cool motherfuckers. Y'all real cool. Hey, so the first topic, what y'all want to get into first? And I'm gonna let y'all speak first.
I guess we could do the generation
by generation.
Because I know that your view is that
What?
you're wanting to talk about the way that older generations view millennials.
Yeah. Hey, we like I said, she picked the first topic, is generation versus generation. And like on a regular basis, I always hear like this generation so stupid, this generation this generation that. Like, and at the end of the day, but those people, the people that say all of those things about the generation this and generation that, is like they are the ones who raised us. They are the ones who influenced us. They are the ones that showed us or didn't show us what we're doing wrong or what we're doing right. And I'm not gonna say fed up with it, but it's kind of like, man, that's counterproductive. That's not gonna help us out. It's not. So I feel like before you say anything, try to help. Like, talk about the ways that you can make us better. Show us something different instead of just talking about it. At the end of the day, y'all downing us is gonna make us rebel even more, or make them rebel even more. So that's my take on generation versus generation. I wanna hear y'all speak.
I mean, like, I've heard people say that millennials are lazy and entitled, and I do feel that way, actually. I do. Like, so many of them don't, like, so many of us, I should say, like, don't want to get real jobs. They just expect everything to be handed to them in life instead of actually working hard for it. If it's not coming easily, then they don't want it. Like, nobody's putting in work to get anywhere. Nobody's, what?
You go. Let's finish. I ain't saying nothing.
I mean, like, that's how I feel. I mean, not to say that everybody is like that, but I think the vast majority for sure.
You think the vast majority?
I mean, like, why do you think that, like, you got people, 25-year-old privileged ass people walking around with torches shouting out white power like they don't already have power? Like that's
Hold up the topic.
No. But I'm saying like, but that's like that generation, like to be able to do that, like to think that you like to think that you're being like oppressed in any way at all.
I understand you on that one, but that's not even like the vast majority. And like I said to start off, like they was taught those things. That shit is learned in the household.
I disagree.
I don't disagree. I don't.
So you're telling me that a parent can't do everything possible to raise a good child, and then somewhere down the line.
Yeah, that happens. That happens, but vast majority of the time.
And then, but besides that, though,
okay,
you
hold
can't.
on. Let me chime in because at the end of the day, when we living with our mamas and our daddies, and they in there and they saying, "No, you don't need to do that. You don't need to do that." They telling you right then and there. We was teaching you, or we was taught back then, not to do certain stuff,
right?
Not to do this and not to do that, based off what their experience was, based off what they've been through. So they telling you already, like, hey, don't go do that, or don't go do this, or trying to be that parent that's gonna shelter you a little bit, but still let you. They also, the way I grew up with mama, I can only go off my experience. The way I grew up with mama. She told me things like, hey, don't go do this and don't go do that, or you can't be out past this time. And when you went over somebody's house, you knew the mama name, the daddy name, who was living there.
Right.
You knew all of that. So you asked those questions. So it wasn't like we didn't get that.
Right.
You trying to make it seem like we kind of didn't get that. And on top of that, you kind of trying to say that we bashing y'all or y'all getting bashed this. Hell yeah, y'all is. Because look at the shit y'all doing. But it's not that y'all wasn't told any different. It wasn't like y'all wasn't told not to do it. Y'all just didn't listen when y'all was fucking told.
See, now, in this situation, matter of fact, you go. I ain't gonna do it, you go.
I don't know, I just think it's up to, you know what I'm saying, each individual, because, you know what I'm saying, when you're dealing like and looking at generations, it's like every generation has its own thing.
Yeah.
So when it was the older generation, they wasn't all into the technology and all of that stuff. So it's like really, like I said, each individual learning the basics, the wrong and right. You know what I'm saying? And then once you go out and face whatever it is, as long as you know those key elements, the wrong or right, you know what I'm saying? I think you should be able to make a pretty decent choice.
I completely agree. Like you can't say that you're a product of your environment. You get to a certain age and you know right from wrong, whether you were taught it or not. So you can't blame who raised you or whatever the case may be on why you're lazy or why you don't want to do anything. Like, no, you can't do that. You know what's right. You know what's wrong. You know to get up and go to work every morning. Your mom doesn't have to be your alarm clock when you're 21 years old. Like, if you still need that, then that's a problem for you.
Everybody is not taught the same thing. And what's right to you may be wrong to somebody else. What's wrong to somebody else couldn't be right to someone else. And so, like I said, I'm not like we do get bashed, but the thing is, like, we are getting bashed by the people that raised us in a way. Like, it is like some parents, like with my family, like we was taught right and wrong. And I still did wrong shit, but other people are taught wrong things. You feel me? Some of us in this generation are taught the wrong things. With the people what you mentioned first about the people protesting, with all that type of situation. With that, some of those people was taught that shit. Some of those people, granddaddy was a part of the KKK. Some of those people, granddaddy or uncles or daddies was living a certain type of lifestyle.
I have to disagree with you. I don't believe
you can't disagree.
I actually can, and I do.
Go for it.
But I don't believe that majority of those people were taught any of those things. I really think that that was just some young people doing some dumb shit.
No, that's young people influenced.
I mean, not saying that they don't feel that way. They could very well be racist. I'm just saying that, like, I think that sometimes, like, people just want power. Like, people crave that. Like, when you grow up and you get looked over and you're bullied and picked on, and like you want to come into a position of power. Like, these people who become police officers. Like every fucking nerd in high school who nobody wanted to talk to, who had no friends and dated no girls, and now they're cops.
Where did you get that? Did you get a statistic or something on that? Like, you can't say.
That's my opinion. What do you mean?
But what I'm saying is, like, your opinion is like most cops and stuff like that are nerds or were nerds or whatever. Like, I disagree with that.
I believe people who abuse their authority are usually that way.
I think people who abuse their authority did it once and they like doing it.
I believe they've never had authority.
They got some personal things they might be doing.
Yeah, like they've never had control over anything, and now they have the ability to.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
See, so now check it out. Now when it comes to that, guess who Guess who gave them that authority? Guess who raised those people in that way? The people that raised them. Like, why? They are that way because people raised them that way.
No, they're that way just because.
I think so.
Listen, at the end of the day, every individual, every person growing up is gonna have their a decision.
Right.
Or decisions in life.
Yeah.
Choices.
Yeah.
We had this conversation.
Yeah, we did.
You think you
Time
said to
and
me
decision are the most
exactly.
important things in life.
I know,
That's
but
what
you
you
can't
said.
tell me that
So
my
at the end
mother.
of the day, based off what I was taught, based off how I was raised, I'm gonna have that in my head, yeah. But at the end of the day, it's all based off choices and circumstances. It could be a circumstances where I'm with somebody and some fun shit happening. Now I'm caught up in that because I chose to be with those people.
Right.
I chose to go there with those people. So at the end of the day, it can be that. It can be just what it is. A person making a fucked up choice or a person making those choices on their own based off, and it don't even have to be based off. Look at people like who grew up with money. These motherfuckers, you didn't have to worry about shit. You didn't have to worry about where your next meal gonna be and all this type of shit, but they fucked in the head. They out here being mass murderers and killers and rapists. But
when it comes to that, like they grew up with money, they grew up never having to worry about eat, but that don't mean they grew up with love, don't mean they grew up with knowledge being taught to them, don't mean
that's
they
what
grew
I'm
up with
saying.
attention.
That was my point. My point was that you got people that grow up a certain way, right? You privileged.
Yeah.
Now if we gonna get political, take Donald Trump. This motherfucker's privileged. But he like the worst motherfucker ever.
You can't say that.
How you can't say that?
Nigga,
what the fuck
he ain't got no, he ain't killed nobody yet. He ain't got nobody.
Dwayne, are you serious?
Yeah, I am.
Because he ain't killed nobody, don't make him a bad person.
look,
Like, look what he doing. This dude is in control of the whole United States and making decisions for us.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
And he's the wrong person to be in that position.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is based on how he grew up, and we talking about generation. He grew up a certain way. He grew up in an era where KKK and all of that was big. He got a picture with his mom and daddy with the fucking shit on. Everything.
Oh,
so he grew up that way.
No, that picture was photoshopped, I believe. I'm gonna throw that out there.
Okay, well, if it was, it's hard to believe what's true and what's not nowadays, based on if we talking about what you call that
our
shit?
generation coming up with technology to Photoshop shit.
Yeah. Okay, so at the end of the day, when you sit up and you look at it, I bet you if it was Photoshop, okay, whatever. But I'm pretty sure that shit ain't too far fetched from the truth.
But look, now check this out. Speaking of Donald Trump, you say he one of the worst people ever. I don't agree because he ain't really done shit bad. Like he done said,
he ain't done shit to you personally.
Look,
You're basing it off your personal feelings.
He done did some fucked up shit. He ain't like no motherfucking George Bush. Just people worse than him.
What?
But look, check this out. You said you just said with the whole he grew up with the KKK and all that type of shit. Hold on, listen. I said George Bush was worse, but when you check it out. But when you speak on him being in KKK, his daddy was in it. So of course that's why he felt a certain type of way towards that group of people because he was raised with those group of people. He was raised around those people.
We're not excusing how a person was raised, but it's based off what their decision is.
Yes.
Like Stevonna said, when they get a certain age, you know right from wrong.
Yeah, but decisions are you come up with your decisions based off environment.
No, if I go to a restaurant and I see a child acting up and they're being completely embarrassing, like I can blame the parent for that. But if I see an adult acting the exact same way, you can't blame their mother for that.
Yes, you can.
No, you cannot.
You can't because everybody wasn't raised with manners. Everybody wasn't raised
to
be respectful in certain situations. Yes, we was. When I grew up with my mama, if I'm impolite or if I'm wild, she gonna check me. And so maybe that adult.
Perfect example, Dwayne. You grew up not being able to say the word nigga. Ever.
Not in the house.
No. In our household, our mother did not allow us to say that word. We were not able to speak that word. Now you say it every other word.
But I was influenced. I was influenced by the generation. I was influenced by the music. I was influenced by the movies. I was influenced by
I watch the same movies. I listen to the same music. And I don't
yes, you do say that.
No,
yes, you do.
When do I say it?
You just said it.
Shut up. No, you didn't. You totally did. You grew up not
based off what you grew up like. Basically, you were saying parents. That's what you said initially.
No. In this situation, parents, but overall, we're talking about generation versus generation. And yes, my bad, Erica, you go.
I'm just saying, you said it, and we kind of feel the same way about what you just said. You said at first that it was based off how we grew up in our parents and our household who influenced us. That's what you said. But now you're saying it's the videos and music and all that shit.
Because that's the generation that come before us. Our generation was raised off the music that y'all made. You feel me? The people that's not the millennials.
So what you're saying is you can be influenced by more than just your parents.
Yes.
Okay then. So you can't blame somebody's actions. You can't blame somebody's parents for their actions.
No, I'm not. You don't. I would say you blame the parents, but the parents was raised a certain type of way too.
I feel like you.
The parents was influenced. No, the parents was influenced by certain things too when they was coming up. So that's not me contradicting myself.
It kinda is.
I don't agree.
Parents.
I don't think so.
Okay. Well.
You got something to say on this, man?
Man, wow. The family debate. You
got put in the middle of it.
Y'all making good points. You know what I'm saying? Everybody making a good point because I mean, like it's our opinions. You know what I mean? So we really entitled to our opinion.
Yeah, I agree.
Entitled to our opinion.
But motherfuckers this be wrong. Like
yours.
Yeah, some people go
I agree. Wrong.
Hey, so what was it? The next time, white people saying, nigga, what's y'all take on that? I'm gonna go last.
I mean, I would prefer if nobody said it, honestly. But, I mean, like, everybody knows I have a white boyfriend, and he doesn't say the word. So.
He went around. He probably said that shit. But go.
I mean, if he did, why would it don't matter to me.
It don't matter. Go. I'm gonna go last.
I mean, it's just a word, but at the same time, you know what I'm saying, what that actual word represents and how it came about. I mean, you know what I'm saying. I think we should just forget it. Period.
Forget the word.
Yeah, just the word. You know what I'm saying.
Uh-huh.
At least try. It should be like a disrespectful thing to our ancestors. You know what I'm saying. Through what they've been through. You know what I'm saying. Behind that name. You know, just as black people, just let it go. Period.
Yeah.
And as long as we call ourselves that, you feel me. We can't be mad at nobody else for.
True.
You know what I'm saying? Doing it.
I mean, and then you said him singing a song. If anybody's singing a song and they say it because it's in the lyrics, that's completely different. Versus, I think saying nigga and nigger are completely different anyway. But
yeah,
I mean,
I think that's how you put it in context. So I mean, I say it, so I can't say otherwise, and I got a white daddy, so
yeah.
But I mean, I was raised by my other half. So, I mean, right. So at the end of the day, I can't even sit here and like, I feel some type of way because I was called a nigger in elementary and I whooped the little boy ass. But that's a whole nother story. But at the end of the day, it made me feel some type of way being caught it in the context that it was said to me. So if I see like somebody of another race saying it, if you look at the definition of it, okay, if we're going to say it, if we're going to talk about it that way, if you look at the definition of it, it does not define your color. It doesn't, it's not defined by color at all. So if I see two white motherfuckers calling each other nigga, like, that don't, okay, that's y'all. It don't bother me.
Right.
But if you telling me like, nah, nigga, what are you doing? Like, yeah, it's a problem. You say, yeah, okay. I mean, it's not a big issue to me. It's just in the context that is being said.
I've also noticed that people who aren't black, they say it amongst each other, but I don't see them like usually like going out and calling black people that, even like in
not unless they really mean it.
Exactly. Exactly. I see them saying it amongst themselves, and like they say it in like videos, but rarely. Well, not really often at all have I been around someone and they've said it to me. Well, no, actually never. Well, unless it was the ER. I've gotten the ER, but
yeah.
Well, I guess that's probably why some people are cool, because they've never been subjected in certain situations. You know what I mean? Like if you more closer down south, you're more likely to run into a situation where, you know, it is coming from a racial standpoint. You know what I'm saying?
No, I mean, I've gotten the ER for sure.
Yeah. All right, what you said, like what you say like we shouldn't say it because it's disrespectful to our ancestors and things of that nature. But the thing is, like, the people that grew up, the people that came before us made it nigga cool. Because they was saying it back in the 60s, 70s, however long ago, they was calling each other niggas. That's where we got it from. That's where it came from in our music. That's where it came from in our movies and stuff like that. We got it from them. You feel me?
Well,
we didn't get it. We didn't get it from the
choice. Shit, you ain't gonna jump off a building because everybody else will jump off.
Something. Well, if it's a motherfucking like beanbag or something at the end of it, I'm jumping.
You know what I hate?
But overall, like
that's Dwayne thinking outside the box.
Exactly.
Dwayne thinking outside the box.
In this situation, like I I'm not gonna say I'm not cool with white people saying nigga, but I don't get mad at it either. I know motherfuckers that use a white person say nigga, they ready to go, like ready to fight. I'm like, nigga, it's just a fucking word. Like, you not hurting me. Even if I get called nigga, like, I don't give a.
I'm not about to fight anybody over that.
I'm not gonna fight somebody over a word. Like, I'm stronger than that. No, I'm not gonna risk my freedom. I'm not gonna risk my life. If I punch this white boy for saying he could die. I could go to jail, lose everything.
I completely
so I don't. But I'm not gonna say that I'm not cool. I think if a white person said in front of me, what would I do?
Say it, though. Go
In
say
front of
it.
you.
Come on, James. Look, he already like, look, I'm nervous already.
But nah, if white people said it, I really wouldn't give a fuck. That's not something I'm gonna fight over. That's not gonna be something that I'm finna get out of my character, not my body, and defend. Because at the end of the day, they influenced it by they said that if they do say it, they said because of the same reason that we said, because music, movies, television, all those.
I've heard white people say, there's a difference between black people and niggers. That is racist as fuck. I'm sorry, but that is a racist statement. That's a racist statement.
I heard it a lot.
Like, if you're gonna call anybody a nigger, call everybody one. Like, no matter what color they are. Like, you don't have to. I said nigger.
Yeah, okay.
That's what I'm talking about. But like, but to only refer to certain black people that you don't like or don't fit like your code of like that's racist. I'm sorry.
I think
that makes you racist.
I think I was talking to you about this before. Cause you were talking about a situation. I feel like if I get into an argument with a white boy, I'm gonna call him a nigga first. I'm like, you ain't like a nigger. Like, see how it makes him feel. See if he wanna fight me over this shit. I'm not getting an argument with a white person.
But I mean, when you think about it, when you call white people crackers, they don't get mad. They don't get mad at all.
No, I've seen like that's kind of like calling a white person a redneck or like a honky or something. Like they get offended by that shit.
I've never seen it.
No, they do. I've seen it, and I've had a couple conversations about it. But they get offended and upset by being called redneck or a honky.
Right, but the thing is, like with most black, I never even heard a black person even say honky before unless it's a honky tonk man. Right, but I never heard.
Like in an argument, like
you honky, like
I never heard that. It does not roll off the tongue.
No, of course it don't roll off the tongue for us.
Like you honky.
What was that? Like you said, we'll call them niggas.
Yeah, I guess it doesn't roll off the tongue for me because I don't start out racial slurs.
Did y'all forget James was here?
Everywhere. But I feel like well, damn, see, you just messed up my whole y'all go, you just took my memory up now. What's my name? Oh yeah, but I do I really can't get mad at it because like if I'm around a white person, like this nigga over here tweaking, you feel me? I call white people
everybody
niggas,
that,
but I don't want them to call me nigga back, but I will call them.
Well, see
this nigga. Like James is a cool nigga, like.
But it's all about who you around, cause like if we chilling every day, if I start a little slang word and be like, sheesh, eventually just through us having conversation, somebody gonna start saying sheesh. Yeah. So if the white person is kicking it with us every day from elementary school to junior high,
he gonna say it.
And
that's not even
white people.
You know what I'm saying?
Eventually, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But out of respect, when they don't say it, you know that it is a meaning behind that word. You feel me? So that's why I say we should just let it go.
It was. I was talking to this. I was having a conversation with this one dude, and he was like, "It's not cool for them to say it because like shit is still fucked up on like some racial type shit." It's like, man, niggas still being like motherfuckers still being hung, lynched, like what you call it? Profiled against like white. Like the older generation is still fucking it up for us. So the young generation can't say it yet. Until you gotta talk to y'all parents like, "Hey, Dad, I'm gonna need you to get it right because I really want to say the word nigga." So if y'all act, it's a joke. But if y'all act better, I just blew everybody's mind with that type of shit. But I feel, but his argument, not his argument, but his reason for saying it's not cool is because we still going through some shit. I don't think he was white. I think he was a black dude.
Well, I know, I agree. I mean, but he shouldn't say it either. Then, if you still going through stuff and that word hurts your feelings, then don't say it.
But we only going through stuff because I think we allowing it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I disagree.
If a lot of us ain't really acting like we got no sense, we run around like fools, and you know what I'm saying? Like, how do we expect to get treated? You know what I'm saying? Like, if we want some change, I think we should be on like some total change
amongst
shit.
ourselves.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we get profile white t-shirt, baggy jeans, like nigga, let's start all wearing suits or something. You know what I'm saying?
See,
like, just look different. You know what I'm saying? Carry yourself different, talk
See,
different.
but I don't agree with that. I don't think that people should have to change the way they dress
making
to
it seem
fit
like
a
you
certain
owe us
code.
this, nigga. Don't, you know what I'm saying? Don't call us this. And
in this situation, it's like they was hung back in the day with suits on.
Yeah.
You feel me? Niggas was lynched with suits, 4 or 3-piece suits on.
But we're not the only people that was ever lynched. You know what I'm saying?
But I know, but this is America. We're talking about American history.
Yeah, in American history.
I know, but
White
American
people,
history,
especially California history. I just went to the museum the other day, and it's been just as many Chinese and Hispanic.
not
you know
just
what I'm
as many.
saying,
I would never say
lynching.
that.
You know what I'm saying?
Just you saying just as many.
Yeah.
You really believe that? I
We
definitely disagree.
Yeah.
Just as
Definitely,
many. Because
black
it was-
people have been
it was,
attacked
it
way more
was-
than any other race in this country.
Well,
I mean,
no.
besides the Native Americans and being
y'all
completely.
not even listening to each other right
The
now.
white people, they was attacking anything that they felt superior. When it was overpopulation of Spanish, they was
Killing
attacking
them.
them back in the
American
day. You know what I'm
Spanish.
saying?
Yeah,
Like, it's, like I said, I went to a
Yeah.
museum. It's in a museum where they got Spanish people being lynched, Chinese people being lynched. You know what I'm saying? We're not the only people that have ever been lynched. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But that's where it goes to pointing the finger to what we call a supposed oppressor. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They are the ones who we really need to address and, you know what I'm saying, go after, because they've inflicted shit upon everybody just trying to remain and stay in power.
I
You know
think.
what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And it's messed up everything from our conversation that we have, like you said, about nigga. They implanted that word on us and they take over of our shit.
Yeah, so
You know
I
what
don't feel. So in this situation, what do you think? Like, white people, like the young white people, should get on the older. The people that's above them.
Nah, I think
They
us
fuck- they the ones
as
that fucked it up to
individuals,
everybody.
we should just, you know what I'm saying, just
I think
drop the separation. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Like, I think the only thing that'll fix is if we blend.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? How I'm gonna call you a nigga if shit you have white and black. You have white and black. This motherfucker have white and black. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? We just all interacted and connected. You know what I'm saying? It got to leave. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the solve. I mean, how you can solve that kind of problem. Everybody
The whole
integrate.
point of
fuck
it
it.
is, I think, like, we are so divided within a community, within a race. It's so much division that's there. So when you have the people with the baggy clothes and out there looking crazy and ain't giving two fucks about the next person and being ignorant, all that stuff, you have probably a mass there, a majority there, but then you also have this group here, this group here, this group here, this, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, like, if you have other people over here who just crackers and barrel, whatever you want to call it, you know, they all reaching, and, you know, ain't nobody getting nowhere. But if you come together with a plan, yeah, we can get out this mother, but it's not going to be that way because we're so divided. And we're probably always going to be divided regardless.
James's brother made a comment to me. He was just talking about sports. And he was saying how that whenever he played, like whenever their school played all black high schools, that every member on a team, they were good as individuals, but always terrible together. That says a lot about our community because that's exactly how it is. Like I feel like you have people who are good people, but then like everybody just looks out for themselves. Like nobody's looking out for the next person. And like there's no like what you were saying.
Like just within families, it's divided. Like,
yeah, even
just
it's totally
I can't sit here and try to bond with you and do all that stuff when I can't even do that with my own family. You know what I'm saying? So if you even got division in family, then outside of that.
But that's when we go back and, like I said, point the finger at the person who made all of that happen. You know what I'm saying? It started with the people who've been oppressing us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They gave us that separation when they implied slavery on us. Took us over here, took these families over there, took the man over here. Like they implanted the whole division thing. You know what I'm saying?
The whole book on it.
Yeah, we had to appoint the first person who started it. You know what I'm saying? It's like we constantly trying to figure out solutions, and you know we can't kick it with these people, but we really can't. Or we want to, you know what I'm saying? It's like, why? Like, what is the real issue? Why do we think the way we do? Why do we see what we do? We got to point the finger at, you know what I'm saying, who made all that shit possible. And to make them address it, you know what I'm saying? And come up and probably apologize, you know what I'm saying? We apologize, just leave this shit alone, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's get right.
Yeah, but you know,
that's
like,
wishful thinking, like,
but you know, like with the whole apology,
never go happen.
but yeah, like with the whole apology part, like I don't. It'd be good. It'd be good if that did happen. But you know, people lie on the Bible all the time. Right hand up to God. I swear I ain't killed nobody. That shit don't matter. Like even apology wouldn't matter. I think it starts like with us, with this generation that we in right now. I think we got to figure out some type of way because that's old. Like that shit dead.
Yeah.
But I think it's up to us. Yeah.
Things like this, where people could get their opinion.
Yeah, right.
All different kind of opinions from all different kind of people. And you know what I mean? Like you said, just start calculating and seeing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, what's people's opinion? How do people really feel? And shit, try to blow this shit up, you know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
Just like, rest in peace to the young lady, you know what I'm saying, who had passed, the Kenyinka Jenkins, but how everybody got involved and just spread it, you know what I'm saying? Like, people need to get involved in things like this where people are giving their opinion. How do you feel, you know what I'm saying, about what you face with? Whether it's your family, you feel me, your environment, the people you're around, you know what I'm saying, the whole community and the whole world, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody should just start sharing their opinion.
Right.
Just share them, you know what I'm saying? It might wake somebody up.
See, but the thing is, like, that's cool, but like with opinions, like, niggas fight over opinion. Like, people fight over opinion just because, like, you can be having a conversation with somebody, we could be disagreeing, but soon you call somebody stupid, retarded, dumb.
Because at that point, it's not about an opinion.
Yeah, that's where it messed up. Like, just because we disagree with each other, like, people don't talk it. Like, how often will it be where somebody talk to somebody that don't like black people? It probably never happen. It don't happen that often because if I disagree with you, it's gonna be a fight. It's gonna be a problem. And I think that's what we in right now. I think that's the way.
Necessarily, like I said, you don't have to be in front of somebody. If somebody just seen something like this, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people giving their opinion. Then they go to the next page. Dang, everybody giving their opinion. It may spark something in them. Like, damn, a lot of people feel this way. Like, because shit, it's just prejudging people. You never know. You know what I mean? I dealt with it like on the job. Nigga, you didn't know that I had all these kids, and this is the only reason I come to this thing. You just really just like me because of the color of my skin.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Kids you got? Okay.
Yeah. So we got time. We got enough time for a couple of last words. Anything else you want to say to the camera, to the world, to the people that's gonna watch this?
Appreciate my nephew doing this thing. He done came a long way.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I think this is a good, forum for people to come and, say their opinion, say how they feel, without the arguing, without being shy, without, you know what I'm saying, without all the drama aside of that. And it's cool that you got a platform where people can talk about it and laugh about it or joke about it, afterwards or whatever the case may be. But also, it could probably shed some light on somebody who may not look at certain things a certain way. Because a lot of times people get tunnel vision. You only feel what you feel. You only see what you see, as opposed to looking at the whole big picture. And that's what a lot of people don't do.
Right.
A lot of people get a lot, personal and shit like that. But if you look at the big picture and you actually, you can't understand everybody else's struggle or whatever they go through, but you can try to put yourself in that position a little bit to understand it.
Right.
I think if people just open their minds just a little bit and think about, everybody other than themselves.
Right.
I think, people, it'll be a lot different if people do that.
Last words, man?
Well, I mean, my opinion is better than yours.
I was gonna say it first. This is why I don't like her. I don't like her. If she wasn't my sister, I'd beat up.
You already have. You tortured me.
Hey, I did not torture her, but she said it first. That shit just pissed me off. I was gonna say it first. Now I don't even know what to say. But yeah, overall, I still think my opinions is better my opinions is better. So I feel like, now, this is what I need y'all to do. Y'all watching this on your phone, on the computer, whatever. Like, watch this video and leave a comment, leave your opinions, or vote on who opinion you thought was better. Mine, Stevana's, Terrence, Erica's. Vote, leave your opinion, and leave inputs for new topics, whatever. And we gonna roll out from there. Cut that shit, man. Cut it. We out.
I think it's great part it's gonna be on camera. You gonna hear it.
Came through.
Trend. Watch your hands on the light.
Hallelujah.
That should go right there. Y'all see it. Y'all see it. She gonna be the special. She gonna be my host for the day. My co-host. She acting like a lame right now. I don't know what's wrong with her. She shy. Well, we gonna work it out. But they need to hurry up though.
Yo, M.O.B, man, drop that shit.